Before I show you how to transform this into this, let's hear from Oliver this week on how to make a vegan diet healthy.
How do we make a vegan diet healthy? We can't assume that just because it's vegan it's going to be healthier. From a Western medicine or Western nutrition point of view, one of the issues which you're probably aware of is that all plant diets tend to be low in vitamin B12. This is a vitamin which we do get from eating animal foods. It's a vitamin which the body stores for a long time. So if you go on an all-plant diet and you're not eating enough vitamin B12, it can take months or years for the symptoms to start showing up, especially kind of tiredness, difficulty to concentrate. And can be really quite dangerous because B12 is important for the development of the nervous system. So if you're raising children on a vegan diet, really important that you make sure that they have an adequate source of B12, which can be from a supplement. So I'm going to run through a number of points. Point one is don't eat a load of processed vegan foods. Eat whole foods. Second principle is to eat in a balanced way, and if you're going to eat balanced, then you have to ask yourself, well, what factor are you balancing? Are you balancing acid and alkaline? Are you temperature, heating and cooling foods, or what? So in macrobiotics, we look at foods in terms of their energetic qualities, which we describe as yin and yang. And here I've divided foods into 5 categories. Third principle, let's eat foods primarily from our own climate. So if we are living in Northern Europe, we eat primarily Northern European foods. If we're living in the Mediterranean, we eat primarily Mediterranean foods. If we're living in Africa, we eat primarily foods which grow in Africa. Fourthly, want to talk a bit about eating fermented foods. Good to have 2 different kinds of fermented foods. So guess what? Some yang ones and some yin ones. Then I want to say a little bit about fats and oils. One of the advantages of eating a more vegan diet is you're not eating a lot of animal fats. A high animal fat diet really contributes to heart disease, contributes to strokes, gallstones, and certain kind of cancers. Colon cancer, liver cancer, etc. By eating a vegan diet, then we're really reducing our chances of getting those kinds of problems. However, we can still eat too many fats on a vegan diet. So as a vegan, you need to be aware of how much fats and oils you're eating. And the last thing I wanted to say, so I think I'm up to about number 6 now, is learn to make some really tasty sugar-free desserts. Obviously dairy-free, but also sugar-free.
Tofu is one of those ingredients that can get a bit of a bad rap, especially for its tasteless nature. However, when cooked and seasoned well and eaten in moderation, this plant-based protein, it can be a delicious addition to anyone's diet. Now, I find that this is a really great ingredient to have in the fridge for those times when you want to cook up something quick. And my children also love it as well. Now, there are different types of tofu that vary in texture. So over here we have the medium tofu, and then we've got the firmer one. And these 2 are really good to use for things like pan frying or using in soups, maybe making some tofu scramble. We've got this softer one here, which is great for making creamy sauces and desserts. So let's check out how to make this super quick and easy recipe. Slice the tofu into medium slices about 1 to 2 centimeters thick. Place on kitchen paper and just pat off some of the excess liquid. This is a step that I'll often skip if I don't have much time, so I find that it's not absolutely necessary. Heat the oil in a frying pan, add in these slices of tofu and fry on a medium heat for about 3 minutes on each side. Once cooked, add in the spring onions or scallions and the nutritional yeast flakes and the shoyu. Give it a good stir so that the tofu is evenly coated. Cook for another minute or so before serving. And here we have it, super quick and simple, yummy pan-fried tofu. This pan-fried tofu is great as a quick snack or as part of a main meal, or is really great used in toasted pita breads as a lovely sandwich. You can also use this recipe, which I often do, just by using shoyu and not using any nutritional yeast flakes or the scallions. So feel free to experiment. You might also want to add in some ginger juice or maybe a little bit of rice syrup. You can play around with flavors. You could also season it beforehand, allowing the tofu to marinate in some shoyu, maybe some ginger juice and some water, and that can also give it a really nice taste as well. But for this one, it's quick, it's simple, and it's one of those things that, if you don't have time to marinate it, then you can just simply get it out of the fridge, chop it up, pan fry it, and there you have it.